Hello, and it is time for the monthly episode of How Many Books Did Chloe Get in March? Quite a few. So let's just dive into it, shall we? Ooh. So I gained, wow, it's proper blocking my light, isn't it? I gained 10 books throughout the month of March. 5 of those books are part of a series. So is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? Because I don't know. Might not be. Unfortunately, I did only read 6. So once again, we have gained more books than we have read. So the plan of having a smaller TBR by the end of this year so far is not going well. So starting off, do you know what? I didn't buy a lot of these. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better. So at the beginning of the month, my partner treated me to a bit of a book haul because the end of Feb was just a bit of a stressful time. And then at the beginning of March, he was like, well, you know what, you deserve a treat. And he bought me some books because he's a sweetie pie. So these are the books that I picked. So firstly, I don't know what this series is called. Oh, there it is. It says right there. I picked up the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. So that is The Deal. They all have like sprayed edges. The Mistake. The Score. The Goal. And The Legacy. We follow a different couple in each of these books, and then in this book we sort of see the aftermath from what I've gathered, and that's fun. It's been a while since I've dived into a romance series. Don't get me wrong, I've still not finished the Chestnut Spring series, but it's fine, don't worry about it. And to be honest, I was just sort of like, oh, look at the pretty edges. And I even said like, oh wow, look at these, they're so cute. You don't need to get me them though, because it was like £20. And he was like, nah, I got you. And he got me them anyway. So I was happy to walk out the shop without these, but he was just adamant. So, yeah, no. But I am looking forward to reading these. I have heard really good things about this series. I do believe my friend Sophie has read them and really enjoyed them. So I'm hoping I will too. I have read the Avalon Bay series by Elle Kennedy, and I did enjoy that. So I know her writing style is one that I like, which made me feel better about buying 5 books at once. And then I picked up another romance, What Is Going On? And that is Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book in the Lakefront Billionaires series. I have only read the first one of this series, and I really enjoyed it. And I do have the second one, which is Love Unwritten. I just haven't got round to reading it, because for romance books, Lauren Asher writes thick-ass books, okay? They're thick-ass books. And I've just not been in the mood to sit down and, like, dedicate myself to a 600-page romance. But I thought I'd pick up the 3rd book anyway, because I really enjoy Lauren Asher's writing. I enjoyed the Dreamland Billionaire series, like, so much. Throttled was alright. But Dreamland Billionaire, loved it. And I really did enjoy Love Redesigned. So I do just need to get off my arse, really, and read Love Unwritten, so then I can go on to Love Arranged. Again, they're sort of like interconnected standalones, but I do like to read them in order because you do typically meet the characters throughout the books. But in this one, we are following Lorenzo and Lily. Oh, wait, no, they go into a fake relationship. Fake relationship. I love fake dating. It's one of my favorites in a romance. So I'm very excited to read. Now that I know that, I'm very excited to read it. Hey. And then last but not least of the ones that my partner Alfie got me, I picked The Rag Picker King by Cassandra Clare. This is the follow-on from The Sword Catcher, which I do have and not read. I feel bad because there's nothing I can actually tell you about these books because they're sequels, and I don't want to ruin the sequels, especially when I've not read the first one. But I just saw this because it was on offer for £5, and I thought, well, why not? And it's got nice sprayed edges, and so does my other copy, because I do believe I also got that copy from the works. But this is the Chronicles of Castellane, the Chronicles of Castellane series. And this is book 2. I have heard really good things about this series. And weirdly, I've never read a Cassandra Clare book. I know, crazy. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a whale of a time. Maybe. It might not be. I might hate it. I doubt it. I doubt I'll hate it. But, you know, there's always that chance. Interesting sound. Okay, and then the next one was my Wordy and Wild book pick for technically April, but it arrived in March, and whatever, I don't care. And I picked Silver Elite by Danny Francis. So I actually had this on pre-order with Waterstones for the paperback, and I cancelled it because I was like, well, I need money. So I cancelled it and thought nothing of it, and then the book picks came out for this month's box, and I was like, whoa, I wanted that one. So I picked it. Oh my god, I can actually tell you about this one because it's the first book in a series. Yay! Okay, so this is a dystopian romance, and this will be a series that I do not know what title it has. Does it tell me anywhere? No. Okay. I don't think it's called the Silver Elite series, though. Trust no one. Ren has spent her whole life in hiding, honing her psychic abilities and aiding the rebels in small ways. When one careless mistake places her in the hands of the enemy and she's forced to join their most elite training program, she's finally handed the perfect opportunity to strike a devastating blow from inside their ranks. Lie to everyone. But training for Silver Block can be deadly, especially when you're harboring dangerous secrets, and your commanding officer is the ruthless and infuriatingly resistible Cross Redden. And whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. As the stakes grow higher, Ren must prove herself to Silver Block, but as war rages between mods like her and those who aim to destroy them, Ren must decide how far she's willing to go to protect herself, and how much of the continent is worth saving. What does that sound like to me? Oh no. Sounds like Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I hated that book too. Oh no! Hopefully it's much better. Hopefully it's much better done, because the premise of Shatter Me really intrigued me, and I was really sad that I just thought it was crap. So hopefully this is a better, well done version. Very much looking forward to eventually picking this up. I don't think I'm going to be like diving towards it anytime soon. I have other books that I want to read on him before I get to this, but at least I have it now. You know, fate worked its own little thing, and here we are. And then my pre-order for the month, my only pre-order for this month, was The Last Starborn Seer by Venetia? I'm so sorry. Venetia Constantine. Look at this gorgeousness. And it's like, goes all the way around. This is just the Waterstone special edition, by the way. But look how stunning this is. I pre-ordered this purely because of the cover. Not gonna lie to you. I also got the signed version. but I am very, very intrigued by this. And if you read the back, where the reviews are, because apparently on paperback hardbacks we don't put the blurb on the back, but whatever. Samantha Shannon reviews this, and she says, a Tolkien-esque journey through a gorgeous and shimmering world. If you know me, you'll know. Tolkien, that's my guy. That is my guy. So, buzzing. Let me tell you what it's about. Lelani Stellarian is cursed. The last of the ruined bloodline, she's shunned for her volatile starborn magic, which grants her prophetic visions. Is that how you say that? But is slowly corrupting her mind. Branded a pariah, Lelani is blamed for the sickening, a wasting curse that fractured the realms of Arkelia and plunged them into war. When her dying mother's health deteriorates and a forced marriage threatens her future, Lelani seizes the chance to reclaim her fate. A prophecy speaks of an ancient relic that could end the sickening, and she's determined to find it. To retrieve the spectre, she must survive a deadly climb to the Astral Mountain, forge alliances with enemies, outwit rebel forces, and navigate her own treacherous feelings for a rival envoy, which grow under the watchful eye of her betrothed. Hunted by the vengeful spectre and haunted by her magic, Lelani must decide what she's willing to sacrifice in name of redemption before her powers consume her. That sounds so good. I'm not 100% confident that I am saying that what I'm about to say is accurate, but I am fairly certain this may be a debut. Okay, I'm correct. This is her debut novel. I'm hoping for good things, and it's just so goddamn bloody pretty. Hi, future Chloe here. Hello. My audio cut out when I was talking about the final book that I gained for the month. So here I am again, telling you about it. So, the book is The Rippling of Power by Josie Rose Langdon. I won a giveaway on TikTok by the author to get this book, which is very, very exciting in itself. This is Josie's debut novel. Which is even more exciting. Look at this. Isn't this bloody stunning? I do have a matching bookmark. As it says on the back, this book is now available on Amazon and on Kindle, if you wanted to look into it. And she also signed it for me because she's an angel. Let me read you the back. A beacon of hope or an embodiment of fear. Cleo is an orphan, a peasant, and worst of all, a halfling. To the Viari, whose survival instinct makes them nearly unbeatable, she's an abomination. To the Kes, masters of elemental magic, she's an outsider who will never belong. But Cleo is about to discover the power within her runs deeper than anyone suspects, and even the highest ranks of the kingdom may not be beyond her reach. Haunted by mysterious voices, and with her homeland teetering on the edge of tyranny, Cleo must learn to command the gifts bestowed upon her. Failure means more than losing her life. Success could change the fate of her country. But can Cleo master the power, or will it consume her? I mean, doesn't that sound good? It sounds so good. I am very excited to pick this up. I will be reading this hopefully this month, I think. I did realise that my audio wasn't working for my outro, so I actually, recorded my voice on my phone at the same time. So back to past Chloe to end the video. I don't know when my audio cut there, but here we are. I'm so annoyed, but everything's died. But that is everything that I got in March. I'm hoping for a better month in April where I read more and buy less, but we shall see what happens. But they all fit on my shelves, so it could be worse. It could be worse. Could be worse. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Apparently it helps me. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments what is your favourite book that you gained throughout the month of March. And I'll let you know if I've read it or if I want to read it, you know. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are not sick of my face. You might be. I would be. So, I get it. But other than that, I will catch you on the flippity flip. I will see you in the next one. Bye.